Hello. Happy Monday, April 24th, 2023. It's just the way that I just feel like I'm just getting older and older each time I say the year and the date. Okay. Welcome to PartyChat podcast. We have the rest of our, another piece of our Meet the Interns series. Last time you guys got to meet Herdis. This time you get to meet Yanni and Bree, and we are joined by Goofy Wise. Go ahead and say hello.
Hi.
Hello.
No.
Goofy Wise is just at a centered place.
I am.
I just feel this calmness coming through.
Oozing out of my aura.
Oozing is a unique word, but yes. Out of your aura is peace. So I'm gonna have Yanni and Bree, y'all know the deal. Y'all gonna be big up on the screen, right? And then you say what you do, as an intern, and who are you? Tell the people, introduce yourself. Yanni, take it away.
All right, I'm Yanni. I'm an intern, obviously. Y'all see me here every week. I'm here every week, okay? I'm usually in the background, helping out. Sometimes I make mistakes. Don't judge me, though. But yeah, that's what I do. Don't judge me.
Sometimes I make mistakes, but don't judge me.
We're not judging. We're not judging. We love you.
Maybe
Never
behind
that.
the camera we are. It is okay.
Correcting, but never judging. Bree, who are you? Oh, that's a great tagline for you, Bree. Okay. Spoiler alert. Great tagline for you. Bree, who are you? And tell the people about what you do as an intern and who you are.
Hi, I'm Bree. Not spoiler. I just noticed. I'm the person that spoils everything. I'm also the person that makes the tweets. And yeah, that's all I really do. If I'm not making tweets, I'm spoiling information or I'm being too much detail.
So adorable. They're so adorable. Yeah, speaking of tweets, make sure you check us out on Twitter. Follow us. We are live on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. 5:30-ish Eastern PM on Mondays each week. But before we get started, I do want to say shout out to our members. Our members are it keeps popping away. Will they? Won't they?
Why did
You're supposed to read it real fast, y'all. You're supposed to read it real fast.
Real fast. How about one person? We have 3 people trying to do it on the back end. How about one person do it? Just one person.
J-Dog talking about go ahead.
Right? Not it.
Now, when I said don't judge them either.
There we go. Mac winners, Channy Chan, Charles Pretlow, and Eliminate. Shout out to you guys for becoming members. We appreciate you. Much love to you. And this will also be our reminder to subscribe, like, and share. That's another graphic. Go ahead.
For another banger
There
YouTube
you go.
video.
See, I got
boom. Boom. And you guys can see, Bree's house is changing as we're doing this as we speak. Love the changes.
Hey, you got a mansion?
Yeah, you know me. You know, I got
good.
You got
the Italiano piano?
Oh, that's
wow.
Nice.
You know about that?
Yeah, that's the classic edition, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, for sure. You doing your thing. I just made that up. Ain't no such thing as an Italiano piano.
I don't know. I'm trying to find what looks best in the background. It's just a bed. I don't think people want to see all that. It'll get better eventually.
The last one worked. This one's fine. Whatever works for you. But yes, you can join and be a member. There are a lot of benefits, including the Discord, where you can choose guests that come on the show. You can choose topics. You can suggest a bunch of things and help us build the show. Also, you'll have access to seeing the run of show early and knowing what we're going to be diving into before everybody else. So check it out. Become a member. Subscribe, like, share, all the things. Now let's now let's jump into new this week. What do we got for this week? I guess I'll do the first one. Goofy West, you could do the second one. And the third one, I think we'll have to split because I think the TV one, I believe there's like a lot coming out on one day in this month or this week.
Okay.
So I knew this week. Oh, yeah. Somebody pull it up.
I got it. This is where I shine.
Not at all. Not all at the same time.
Right. Let's not all press it.
Not the oh.
All right. Okay. So new this week, we've got games. We have on April 25th, we have After Image on all platforms, Trinity Trigger on PC, Standard Alien Dawn on all platforms, Strayed Lights on all platforms. April 26th, we have Honkai Star Rail on PS4, PS5, and PC, Cassette Beasts on PC. April 27th, we have Bramble the Mountain King, all platforms, Mail Time on PC, Live Alive on PS4, PS5, and PC. And on April 28th, we have Star Wars Jedi Survivor, PS5, Xbox, and PC. I'm excited to play that. Goofy Wise on the TV shows. Take it away.
TV shows. What we got today? Let's see. April 23rd, we got Amityville, an original story. Ooh, scary. We got From Season 2.
Scary.
we got Hometown Takeover, HDTV. Where the moms at? Where the moms at? Somebody somewhere Season 2, HBO. What is that about? HBO? Mm-hmm. Family Legacy. Paramount. We got Aquafina is Nora from Queens. We got Saint X. We got Firefly Lane. We got Love and Death. On April 27th, we got Firefly Lane on and Love and Death on HBO Max. We got April 28th, we got Citadel and Couples Therapy, Season 3, Showtime. Yeah.
All right. And on movies, we have April 24th, Rebellion, limited release. April 25th, we have The Tank, An Invitation to a Murder. Oh, gosh. Exhibit number 8, Going Nowhere, My Happy Ending, all on VOD, or video on demand. April 27th, we have Grand Nighthawk, Infiltrating the KKK. Okay, that's going to be on Hulu. The Artifice Girl on limited release. The Monsters Without, limited release. Butcher's Crossing, limited release. April 28th, we have Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the... Oh, No. Wait, 6? Yeah, that's 6, right? The B one. Okay. Okay. Return of the Jedi in theaters. Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, in theaters. Big George Foreman in theaters. Okay. Sisu, limited release. Peter Pan and Wendy on Disney Plus. The Black Demon, I'm offended, by Unlimited. The End of Sex, limited. AKA Netflix, Clock on Hulu. Kill Her Goats, limited. Polite Society. It's not polite to kill her goats, so don't do it. Unlimited. Born to Fly, limited. Snag and Nuclear Now, all releasing limited release. I guess in theaters. I guess it's limited release in theaters. So those are the new this week.
We need to
I will say
to boring this week.
Well, listen.
Wow.
There's not all the murder shows. When you're reading the TV shows, there wasn't a lot of murder shows. So
that's true.
We look it up a little.
Well, we got Star Wars Fallen. I'm sorry, Jedi Survivor. Let's go.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to that.
Stuck out. I didn't know that was coming out this week.
Yeah, it came pretty quickly. I feel like we just found out about it last month, and then here it goes for release. I am going to watch it. I'm going to check it out. What about you guys? Are you going to, what from this week, either game, movie, or TV wise, are you going to partake in?
Star Wars Jedi Survivor, hands down. Okay. Yeah, even though I didn't beat the last one, gotta go back and do that. But
I didn't either. I need to play it too.
But we'll be playing it.
Yes. Yanni, what about you?
I would probably watch Peter Pan, but it's not going to be for a couple months. Watch. I'm be like, oh yeah, it came out. Months later, I'll be like, oh, let me tune in.
Okay. Bree?
I'd probably watch Peter Pan just for Yara. Yeah, gotta watch it for her.
Oh yeah, Yara's in it. I want
Yeah.
to see how she is going to be as Tinkerbell. You know,
I
what
think
that
she's
what that's going
God
to be like.
bless your
Does
soul.
she have any lines?
It's a
Tinkerbell
great
don't talk.
question because we didn't see her talk in the trailer, and we don't know what's to come of this movie. It just popped out of nowhere, and here it is.
Granted, she doesn't talk at all in Peter Pan until like Tinkerbell movies.
Right.
That's true. In Hook, she spoke, but not in the Peter Pan movies.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
Oh wait, speaking of Peter Pan movies, Goofy wise, you didn't watch any of, or not Peter Pan, Tinkerbell. You've never seen any of the Tinkerbell movies?
No,
You've
never.
seen a
I saw
Tinkerbell?
that, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Those were like
never seen a Tinkerbell movie. A
You're
solo
missing
movie,
out.
no.
You're missing
Were they
out.
that good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tinkerbell was thicked up in the first one. You should see it.
She was thicked up. What?
I hope that I think it was a TH.
It was.
Wow.
It was.
I actually didn't know there were Tinkerbell movies until you guys just said how she didn't
It's a
speak.
Gen Z thing, you know what I'm saying? They be,
Oh.
you know,
Must be.
came
Yeah, it
out
might be.
after
It might
our
be.
show, our movie watching time, or Disney movie watching time.
When did it
Yeah.
come out?
I feel
Oh,
like it.
okay, yeah, 2008.
Oh yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I for
Oh,
sure
yeah,
wasn't watching
yeah.
that Tinkerbell movie in 2008. No
Especially
way.
around there, wasn't High School Musical out? Because I was more so watching that.
I
Yeah, I
think
didn't watch
so,
that either, I'm
actually,
gonna be
because I
honest.
think that's when
Goofy Wise, get
High
it
School
together.
Musical 3. You didn't watch High School Musical?
No,
So you
I
don't
mean,
get any
it
of
was
the
on
references?
and every day. God damn it, everybody was obsessed with it for like
For
ever.
good reason.
But I just
That's
didn't watch
great
it.
reason.
I couldn't get into it. It's just like, get your head in the game.
Hey, get your head in the game.
I'm like,
Hey.
no, I was like, I'll pass. But God bless y'all soul though.
It was great. I think before or High School Musical 2 had the highest TV ratings for a movie. Like it had the record for highest premiere TV ratings. I don't know who has it now or if anybody else has it now, but just a little, tidbit for you. All right. First thing on the news for today, Lilo and Stitch casting. Okay.
It was a hot mess.
You had to do that meditation. Is there overlay?
You know,
The two in the basement. What y'all clicking on? Let me know.
Let us know, bro. Let us know.
No, let us know.
Oh,
No.
he said there's no.
There isn't one. Okay. So that's on the other intern. Lilo and Stitch casting. So really quick, the list of the people we know are currently cast. We have Maya Kealoha. Hopefully I say these right. If I butcher them, I truly apologize. As Lilo. We have Chris Sanders as Stitch. Chris Sanders voices the other title character, also known as Experiment 626. He's the one person to reprise his role from the original cast.
Ooh, okay.
So
That's cool.
from what it says here, he's the voice of the original. He also he's directed before. He's directed How to Train Your Dragon, The Croods, where he voices the character Belt. So he's done this. So we can trust that Stitch is going to sound the same. Ohana means family.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I loved Lilo and Stitch. I used to watch that movie on repeat.
Great movie.
Courtney B. Vance. Yeah, Courtney B. Vance will be Cobra Bubbles, which I love the name Cobra Bubbles. Zach Galifianakis is Pleakley. How do I say this? Goofy Wise, open up that article and help me out. Help us out.
Kahalua? Or Kawina?
Machado? Oh, no, you're
Machado.
at the top.
He actually got recast because people got so mad about it.
Yeah.
He got recast from the time this article was supposed.
He was saying racial slurs, and so he got recasted.
Oh,
and
they
so
got his old tweets.
Or it was like
Oh,
something
no.
with Spotify, and so he got recasted like super quick. Like the next day
Yeah.
they found out, recasted immediately.
So who plays him now?
That's a great question, but he looks way better.
Yeah, he looks a lot better for the role for sure.
Yeah.
I just saw a tweet about it actually. If I can find it, I'll send it to you guys.
Yeah, if you find it, let us know.
Oh,
And then I see on this, and let me know if this is still true, but Billy Magnuson was casted in the movie.
I don't know who that is.
If you ever saw Game Night, the movie Game Night, which you
I think
have
I
to
did,
watch
actually.
the movie.
I think I
You
have
have
a
to watch
long
that
time ago. Yeah.
It is so hilarious, okay? And he's one of my favorite characters from Game Night
oh, yeah, I saw that movie. Okay.
because he is so dumb and so hilarious at the same time, but so nice, you know? He's in it, and I know he was in the Aladdin movie, and I think people were upset, but I thought it was great. It was fun to see him, all right? Because I loved him from Game Night, but that's okay. Now, the one of the ones that I know was going to be like a big issue for people is Sydney Agudong. If I said that right? Hope I said that
Yeah.
right. But I
sounds
know
right.
this is where it got on my radar because a lot of people were upset about her casting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so, do we have like the images of?
Yeah, they're here now. Hold on.
Okay,
So this is
There we
what
go.
the cast looks like.
Okay.
yeah, this
let's
is the
go.
cast. So Zach playing him. I'm actually interested. Hold on, keep that up. I'm actually interested to hear his voice, Zach's voice, because I love that guy's voice for that character. What the
Mhm.
character's name is Pleakley. So Billy is going to be playing
Alien,
this
yeah.
guy, the alien. What was the alien's name again?
Jumbo?
Jump. Yeah.
Jumbo. I think it was Jumbo. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, I think they might have had this mix because the images are mixed because Pleakley is the one-eyed one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I
Jumbo
remember that
is the four-eyed. So because
Correct.
Zach is going to be playing the one-eyed guy. Is Billy supposed to play the Jumbo
No,
guy?
it
'Cause-
says,
No, I think he's
Zach
right.
is playing Jumbo, and then Billy is playing Pleakley.
Okay, on this, so the article that I have is screenrant.com.
Yeah.
And this was published 5 days ago. But when you scroll down, it says Zach Galifianakis as Pleakley.
But it says
So let me know. Check on IMDb and we could double check there. But yeah, on the article here, it says Zach Galifianakis as Pleakley right over his name. And then it says Billy Magnuson. They haven't put who he plays yet. So the article just could have put the information there. But that's okay. Now, before we get into the Sydney Agudong thing, hopefully I'm just going to say Sydney.
Okay.
Courtney B. Vance. Do we think he could pull off Bubbles?
I think he could.
Courtney
In my
B.
opinion,
Vance.
I could have cast a better person. I had a perfect person in mind.
Who would you have picked?
Okay, so I don't know. He's not known, but okay, I was watching their reality show SWV and Escape, and one of the members of Escape, her name is Tamika Scott, and her husband, he's an actual bodyguard in real life. He looks like he could play the role.
Do you have the picture? You could pull it up.
Yeah, they had a better picture of him because once I saw him, I'm like, he looks like he could play this role. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Okay. While you do that, okay.
This is him in the corner.
Okay,
this
he
picture
looks.
here.
Oh yeah.
He looks the part.
Yeah.
I don't know if he
And
can
they look like right after that picture, they was having a good time. Okay.
All right. Anyways, we'll go to this one.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he can act, but I feel like he looks the part.
He does look the part. He does
I'm
look
seeing
the
it for
part.
sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because Courtney B. Vance, I like Courtney B. Vance.
Mm-hmm.
He Angela Bassett's husband? Is it the same one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's fire.
Right?
if Queen Angela on it, bro, we support it. If she good enough for him, for her, he good enough for us. Goddamn.
Right. Right. So like I'm interested to see. I want to see, like, can he play off this? Because the thing about Cobra, he's like this huge, strong, you know, beautiful specimen. Let's be that. Yeah, I'll try to see. I had to restart the router. But yeah, he's a huge, strong, strapping man with this nice, deep voice.
Damn.
Because it's Ving Rhames, isn't it? Ving Rhames. What? It's Ving. Yeah, like J-Dog says, it's Ving.
Just the way you said it, it was just like, yo,
A lot of
damn,
adjectives you were using there.
Yeah. You was going in. Were you writing a novel? Goddamn it!
I'm just saying.
She was trying to satisfy the word count. That's what it was.
What? Wait, Ving is still alive. He should be playing it. Ving should play it. Ving should play the live action.
What's his name? Ving
Rhames. You pull up the picture of Ving Rhames.
Does he look like it? Ving Rhames.
Oh yeah, he looks like it. He's a suave looking. You see him in the hats and everything.
Hold on.
Does it get warm for anybody else? Is it?
Okay.
Let me see. I'll pull it up for the people.
Oh, Ving Rhames. Oh
yeah,
that's my name.
Yeah,
he should definitely play it.
Yeah,
he should play it. He was the voice. He was the original voice. Is he still working? For that check, he'd be doing Mission Impossibles. That's all he'd been doing lately. So he could do.
Yeah, he would.
He got that money. Yeah. He don't have to work.
I mean, they clearly made the character after him. God damn it.
Yes.
I mean, so like, yeah, for sure.
He should definitely do it. Oh, and his birthday is 4 days after mine. Happy birthday, almost birthday twin.
Oh yeah, your birthday is coming up.
It is. Whoopity whoop whoop.
Wait. I have a question, right? Because I was really thinking about this movie. It's a live action movie. Is this not scary to children? Stitch live action? I don't know if I want to see that. I'm scared.
It's not for the kids. They don't even remember the goddamn movie, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't know it.
No, the parents will take them to the movie. This is the movie I saw when I was a kid growing up. You know what I mean? And they'll be in there.
Would your child not be scared of a live action Stitch?
And that's the thing. I want to see, how is this Stitch gonna look? You know, how is a realistic Stitch?
He better be ugly. That's all I know.
He's gotta be.
He gotta be ugly.
No, he's gonna have to be ugly. But see,
he has
part
to
of his charm.
I'm thinking like a mix of ugly and cute. You know, like a little mixture. Because when you get the merch, he's cute. I have merch just to prove it. I got him in my bed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, he's unique statement, but he's cute.
In
this picture, he's cute. He's cute. But like you're having everybody live action. Is this if they're gonna do this like Roger Rabbit, then that's okay. But I don't know if that's what they're going for. The Roger Rabbit, where it's like cartoon. It was less CG and more so cartoon.
Yeah, it has to be cute. He a little cute with a little ugly. Like if we're not getting that,
he still looks like a cartoon there. I wonder how a live action, because we saw the Little Mermaid and how they made the kind of creepy looking crab and whatnot.
That's true.
So I'm interested.
Yeah, if they make Jumbo and Quickly hella ugly, I don't know if that's gonna.
I need to see these pictures. I need to see these pictures.
If I was a kid, I would think it was a horror movie.
Right? Like
I used to.
I wonder if they got inspired because of the Winnie the Pooh horror movie. Did that movie come out?
It did.
It did. Mm-hmm.
I think the Winnie the Pooh and the other one that they made came out.
I gotta see it. We gotta see it and discuss it.
I think me and Yanni, we were talking about the whole live action Lilo and Stitch, and we were like, oh, there used to be a ride at Disney World where Stitch would escape and how all the kids were like terrified. And perhaps Yanni was one of them kids. Yeah. He was like terrified of the Stitch coming out because all you see is smoke and just maniacal. Like you just hear the laughter.
Like the chairs would move and it would be smoke, and then they had like the little alien things running around. And the one time I was at Disney World, my parents took me on that ride, and I sat in the chair and cried, and they felt so bad.
And they want kids to sit through that movie,
right? That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
As a child,
well, the kids cannot go. I'll go then. Why did that go up? Hello?
I don't know, but like, okay, so now getting to the controversy, a little bit of controversialness. Okay, apparently there was 2 controversies, but I didn't know about the boyfriend. For Nani, who is Lilo's older sister, there has been some, complaints about her casting. Since she's a darker skinned Hawaiian in the, original movie. and Sydney is. They said she is partly of Hawaiian descent. She's mixed Filipino and American with some Hawaiian descent in there. And even though she is from come on, somebody help me with the Hawaiian words.
Kauai.
Kauai.
Oahu.
Kauai. That is not
Kauai.
Kauai.
Kauai?
Kauai. Kauai.
I think so. It's something like that.
I think it's
Something like
Kauai,
that.
but I don't know. I could be wrong.
Maybe.
She's from the point is she's from Hawaii.
Yes, she
heard
is. She was.
so.
Well, from this article, mind you, we're going off of screenrant.com, but her family is she is Filipino and American descent with mix of Hawaiian, Irish. Yeah, Hawaiian, Irish, Filipino, American.
Okay.
From what I heard,
that.
though, they were like saying how her family is, of course, not from Hawaii, but they moved to Hawaii and she was born in Hawaii, and that's it. Which was like kind of wild. I don't. That's just what I heard.
GMA Entertainment or GMAnetwork.com. So we'll have to. I'm putting them out there so you guys can double check and or roast them if their information is incorrect. But they said that she was born and raised in Hawaii before moving to LA to pursue her dreams. And she was born and raised. Wait, they said she was born and raised in Hawaii. She's not native Hawaiian, meaning that her family is not Hawaiian
at all.
Yeah.
So then she shouldn't be playing a Hawaiian character, but they're letting it happen because she's born there and also because she's Asian.
Mm-hmm. So for you guys, what are your thoughts with this? You know, what are your thoughts with, you know, should people really be upset? Should they recast? Or, well, I mean, I'm not going to tell somebody to recast or not to recast unless it's involving Black, you know, because that's where we are. That's who we are. But in this case, are you on the side of recast or are you on the side of let it be? Are you on the side of, like, what are your thoughts? Goofy, I'll start with you.
Man, I got a lot to say. I would say that they should recast for sure. And I think that, I mean, there's so many different ways to go about this. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If you look at, I'll start with the story. The story of Lilo and Stitch is of two indigenous sisters, and it makes sense that they're both indigenous Hawaiian. They're the government coming and taking the daughter away or the Lilo away. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like this is something that's happened to Native kids a lot. You know what I mean? They're going around asking for jobs, trying to get work. People are not fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? This is like all tying in to a narrative or the experiences of someone who is Native Hawaiian. You know what I mean? They can't even find work and they lose it. She had to lose her sister on the island. You know what I mean? This is something that's probably a lot of Native people have experienced or something around that. You know, this is for them. You know what I mean? So like on top of, clearly it's it's the colorism effect. They want to make everybody lighter. You know what I'm saying? So like I definitely think that they should recast, and I think that when thinking about roles like this, we should be thinking about what is going to stay true to the story. Like it'd be different if it was like a princess from nowhere and it didn't matter. It doesn't if it's not tied to their heritage. It's not as big of a deal. I think you know what I'm saying. So. But in this case, it is. So I think for sure they should recast, and
Okay. Yanni, what about you?
I think they should recast just because, like Goofy said, the whole thing. She's not even Hawaiian. That doesn't make sense. And I'm like, where are the people? The not my Ariel people. They've been real quiet. I haven't heard a word.
Because they're on the not my Cleopatra people, but we don't talk about that later.
Yeah.
We won't talk about that later.
Black people playing these roles, y'all have a problem.
But biggest.
When a white person plays somebody who's supposed to be Hawaiian, nobody says anything.
Yeah.
Only the people of color have anything to say. That's all I have to say. I'm just like, we're the not my Ariel people.
Can I just say something to that point? Like people like to compare it to like, oh, what about Ariel? Bro, Ariel, it doesn't matter if Ariel's white or black. You know what I mean? That's why she was able to be cast. It'd be like trying to cast T'Challa as white. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. It's an African country. You know what I'm saying? So why
Right,
would you do that? It doesn't make sense.
right,
But if in a
right.
case where it's like a fairy tale land, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't really.
Mermaids.
Yeah,
They're not
mermaid.
real.
Not
Yeah,
exactly,
for
not
all we
real.
know.
It's like, why does it matter really? You know what I'm saying? If it's not an important storytelling aspect, I mean, shit, we should be more inclusive and allow, Black people or people of color to be in those roles because they've traditionally not been. So yeah, I digress.
Like Mikey said, Ariel is a fish.
Right.
Bree, I want to hear your insight. And then J-Dog said he has a picture of the new David. I also posted because Mondros, shout out to Mondros, tweeted a picture of a Lilo and Stitch. I don't know if this is a real thing, Mondros. You're going to have to let me know. But a mock-up of what a real life Stitch would kind of look like. And it's hella creepy.
Oh,
But
Lord.
I put it in the private chat if J-Dog Curtis or Yanni could pull it up. But Bree, let's hear your thought. And then we'll hop over to the picture of the new David and the possibly real or unreal Lilo.
I
Or
feel
Stitch,
like
sorry.
no, sorry. I feel like she should, specifically her, and I guess maybe a couple of them need to be recasted, just because like if you look back at the movie, their culture is so like it's well ingrained in the movie. Because like I was on TikTok scrolling and there was like a video where Lilo was walking and then people are like taking pictures of her like because they're tourists and they're touring and they see like a native Hawaiian there and she looks different than what they're used to. Then you have like they're used to hearing the sirens because when you're in Hawaii, I'm assuming, I don't remember that much, but you hear the testing for the sirens for the tsunamis. And she's like, "Oh, are they testing the sirens today?" The old girl's like, "Yeah, they are." So she was like, "Look, guys, if you hear the thing, that means the tsunami's coming," and it starts blaring, and all the people start running. That like if you're not a part of that culture, if you're not invested in it, if you're not there, you're not gonna understand their stuff. It'll be just the same as us as Black people. If all of a sudden, let's say, Winnie Houston somehow get casted as like this very light skinned woman, why would we support that? No.
Right.
So we would not support this.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah, so
kinda
I
did
do
that.
understand. Oh, go ahead, Yanni.
Oh, I'm sorry. They kind of did that with like Nina Simone when Zoe
Yes.
Saldana was cast as Nina Simone, and everybody's
Oh,
like,
man.
"Why is Zoe
That was-
Saldana playing her?" And then they made her have a big nose, like they put a prosthetic nose on her. Like y'all knew y'all were wrong, so why would we
So-
support that?
And Zoe Saldana says she's not Black, right? She's like,
Yeah,
Does she does say that.
Does she not claim her Black side?
in 2020 she started claiming her Black side.
No, really, or is that like I know you're making an insight, but really,
No, I think before that, I don't think she really was. I'm not sure though, but I feel like in 2020 she made a video apologizing for the Nina Simone thing, and then started claiming her Black side. But
I mean, she's clearly a Black woman. I don't know why she.
Yeah,
was
she's
hiding it.
Dominican.
Yeah,
She's Black
it's
Dominican.
like, I know Black. You know what I mean?
I saw that video today.
Yeah. So.
Goodness, like as so kind of just this makes me think of like how a lot of cultures, a lot of races don't want to claim us, they want to erase us, but they love what we create. Oh boy, do they love what we create. So me and hubby were like, oh, let's watch a couple, because I had this thought of like I've never seen like a group perform any of these anime songs that we love, like Inuyasha, that closing na 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 na. I love that song, right? You hearing the rest of it, right? Yeah. So it's like, oh, let's look to see if we can find the groups that actually created these songs and see them perform it. And we were watching them. Mind you, Inuyasha's like early 2000s that it came out, right? And we're watching like a couple of the groups that made the original songs. And the one group, there's a girl group, because there's the season 1 ending was a different ending. It was a different song. That group, one of the girls got cornrow braids. They dress like they're like TLC or Destiny's Child. It's like our culture permeated to the other side of the world. Okay. And they're like, yeah, you should watch the video. It's called Dream. My Will is Dream is the group. My Will is the song. So watch that video and you'll see her. It looks like how like Destiny's Child was or dressing, and how TLC was dressing back in the day, and how their hair was. That's how they had it. And I was just thinking about the fact that a lot of cultures will take from our culture. They'll you have the K-pop with the way they dance, which they have said is heavily influenced by hip hop. But you have a lot of other cultures that have our braids, have our hairstyle, do rap and all sorts of stuff.
Do
But when they
rags,
create,
like,
oh,
you know what I'm saying?
oh dear,
I've seen a
or
Cape.
dreads or locks. Okay, and
Yeah.
it's like when you see it, when they create properties or create movies or create this or that, you don't see us, but they'll take from us, you know?
Mhm.
So that just made me think of that. But J-Dog, can you pull up or Yanni, one of y'all? I know there's like some of y'all are before in front and some are behind. Oh, is he the new one? Or no, that's the old one, right?
That's
That's
one.
the old one.
That was a tweet I put up. It said the blatant colorism with this movie casting is cartoonishly evil.
He
Yeah,
is
like-
he is way lighter here
Bro.
than
Yeah.
because homie is golden. So are any
No,
is this
that's
the new one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hold
this is the
on,
new one.
mister. Hold
Okay,
on,
Christine.
mister.
Yeah.
So I'm just enjoying so this is the new one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me see the old one again. Okay, also, what's this pose? There's
Yeah.
nothing like, at least the other one got the tattoo. Like, that's a tattoo
Yeah.
I love. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
It looks like
Can
he's
you
trying
put
to sound
the,
good. I'm sorry.
no, it's like, hey guys.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
I don't understand. But go ahead and bring up the Stitch. So this is what Mondros sent us. And I don't know if this is real. I just know Mondros sent this to us, okay? He said it's an idea. He doesn't think it's real. If Stitch looked like this, how would y'all see this movie?
Yeah, I think it looks perfect.
I would.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
fine to me.
Yeah,
He's
fine.
a dash of ugly, a bit of cute.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, mostly
Where's
ugly.
the cute
but-
bit? I know.
Yeah.
I see the when you
I
say
don't
dash, it's like when someone forgets the top is open on the seasoning and they go to dash and it all comes out.
I don't
Okay,
know.
that ugly.
I just find him adorable. Hence why I got this build.
Hold on.
Yeah, like he looks like
Wait,
I
this
feel like-
response. This response.
Wow, she was ready with it. I feel
Jesus
like
Christ, all caps.
I feel like the casting with it is, or not the casting, but the image. I mean, it looks pretty good, bro. I feel like
Mhm.
Stitch's trauma is that he's ugly, and it's like, oh, you just grow to love this little ugly little bastard.
He's
Come
cuddly.
here.
He's funny.
He's cuddly,
That's
yeah,
why
he's
I
cuddly.
said cuddly.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. Execution will be the determination of the
sure.
cuteness. But if he's at least funny, I'm good. If he's at least funny, then I'm good. Because that's the thing
Yeah.
about him. Like he was just like this manic, like you guys said earlier, manic, like little animal that was just constantly. He's like a toddler, just
Yeah.
like with
Mhm.
extra more energy, just touching things. The nastiness of taking his tongue and sticking it in his nose. That's how he would clean his nose. You know.
I don't know if I
Yeah.
want to see that.
I just wonder
action.
why we're getting all the live action. It's like, do we really need a live action Disney movie?
Because they refuse to put money into new properties, into new ideas, into new productions. That's why we're getting all these remakes. That's why we're getting all these reboots. That's why we're getting all the live action version of, because it did well last time. Let's do it now. But let's not
it's just so,
fun new stories.
Can I just be honest? It's a little boring. I'll be honest.
It's
You know what I
lazy.
mean?
It's lazy.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
lazy as hell. It's like it's not very innovative. It's like I get it's safe for the shareholders, you know what I mean? But
You
for
know what I
God's
think?
sake, please do something else, man.
I think
They could do. Oh, go ahead.
I think Illumination has come in and kind of taken over on the, animated stuff. They have Minions, Despicable Me. They make The Secret Life of Pets, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All those
Mario.
movies. Yeah,
Who
I think
did 'em?
Illumination has really come in and
Illumination,
over that spot.
which is like Illumination's a sub of DreamWorks.
Yeah.
And they ate every
They're
time.
like under DreamWorks.
And I feel like I saw this video on TikTok where the girl was talking about DreamWorks versus Disney and how each time DreamWorks would put out a movie, Disney would try to put out a movie similar, and they were like going back and forth. And Disney just
That happens a lot.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That happens a lot, where you'll have like a lot of versions. Because there was like March of the Penguins, and then there was like you remember the Penguin thing? There was March of the Penguins. There was that surfing penguin one with Shia LaBeouf, and then there was Happy Feet. They all came out around the same time. There's like this competition of like different things. And the thing I respect DreamWorks because they do create new stories, like Shrek. Like that was the whole thing. How to Train Your Dragon. That was the whole thing. Madagascar. Madagascar is hilarious. And the second
Yeah.
one, hilarious. Okay.
Different, new and different every time too.
Every time. And then the thing with Disney is like they're really dipping into their, hey, let's our repeat bag, because they're so, and it's not like there aren't stories out there, you know, because that whole mindset Disney, when Disney started doing like the princess stories, they were reimagined stories that had existed, like Brothers Grimm stories and all of these lores of these different areas. Like Little Mermaid is based off of lore, I think, in the on the Eastern and a European lore over there type of thing, right? And they just reimagined it. There is a whole continent full of lore that they don't want to dive into. That's Africa, okay? Or the West Indians, or, you know, or West Indies, the West Indian cultures, you know.
Their newest princess is supposed to be from Africa, though.
And she better say a human the whole entire movie.
They have a new princess. Like, have you heard the song like "When You Wish Upon a Star"?
Yeah.
From like Disney. They're supposed to be making a black princess, and she's supposedly like her story is why we have that like saying in Disney. So it's something to do with that. I don't know, but from what they showed, she looked really pretty. I think she had braids or locks. It's one of them. Her hair was long. It was cute.
And then so we've got one, but it's like all the millions that they're spending redoing their own stories or the stories that they've done back when they had an imagination. It, like you said, it's boring. It is lazy. It's definitely very lazy.
Yeah.
Extremely lazy.
It just feels like they're gonna every time there's a jump in technology, they're gonna be like, all right, let's go do all the old shit we did, but this time in VR. We're gonna be in a VR movie theater, and you'll be able to feel Stitch's breath on your face. It's gonna be a whole new thing.
You know
it
stank too.
And it's moist. You know when he talks to you, it's moist.
Yeah.
But I think the next wave is the CG wave, because they haven't done it in CG, you know?
Oh, Lord.
So we'll see. All right. So, go ahead.
Oh,
were you saying
I guess
something?
I did have one thing. I think DreamWorks has eaten up Disney ever since Prince of Egypt came out, and I stand by that.
Prince of Egypt is probably one of the greatest animations that exist. Yeah, I mean, there can be that song, girl. That's my karaoke song. Okay, they don't always have their way. I miss ballads, man. We need to bring ballads back. Okay, all right. Yes, twerking is cool, but can we get some ballads out there, please? Goodness, can you sing a ballad about twerking? Like, when my booty bounce real high, you smile. Oh, like I would love that. Like, let's get some.
Pink Shorts should make an appearance then, if that happens.
The at the end. You smile. Oh.
All right, so next on the docket, Markiplier is making a movie, okay? Markiplier is set to star in and direct horror film Iron Lung. There's a teaser trailer dropped 3 days ago on Markiplier's channel. I haven't seen it yet, so let's go ahead and pull it up and check it out now. And see, because the question that I want you guys that are on the panel, and also with our people watching, everybody watching or listening, if you're checking out the PartyChat podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts, I want you to know if you're looking forward to this movie. I do feel like a lot of us have probably seen some of his productions in the past where he's done with his own channel. He's done a lot of different productions with his own channel and interactiveness with gaming, you know? So I anticipate something really good, but we'll see. Plays a trailer.
Beginning at descent. Cruising depth in roughly 40 seconds. Stand by. I'm seeing some voltage irregularities in the instruments, so keep an eye out for sparks or flames or anything like that. Approaching maximum depth. The hull's feeling it, but it's still holding strong.
Oh, here's the realist. I was gonna say, I was like, is it gonna be like a game looking?
Yeah, I was like, pixels of that.
I was a little scared.
Like, oh no.
You ready? Oh, good.
Iron Lung.
Hmm.
Okay, I was bracing for a jump scare. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so the teaser, we didn't really get a lot, which that's what teasers are supposed to be. Okay, because so many times we get teasers and we pretty much see the whole movie, and I'm like, that's not the. I guess I don't need to watch the movie anymore, right? So from what I do know, I know that this is based off of a game, and that's all I know. It's a scary game, and that's where my knowledge stops because I don't really play a lot of scary games. But for you guys, are you interested? Are you thinking about it? Are you like, nah, I'm good? What are your thoughts? Goofy Wise, we'll start. Well, actually, we'll start backwards. Bree, we'll start with you.
Honestly, I know it's Markiplier. I don't. It's not catching my interest right now. Cause honestly, the only time the whole intro where it was like a different, not like the realest part, all I could think about was, is this from Poop Killer? Cause this is what the animation is giving, and it did not catch my interest. I don't know, but that's just
Oh,
me.
okay, like the puppet combo type of look at the original,
Yeah.
the beginning part. Okay, Yanni?
I would probably watch it. It looks like something could be interesting. I don't know much about the game. I haven't really watched much of Markiplier stuff, but it looked interesting to me, and I feel like he could do a good job on it. So I'll probably tune in.
Okay, Goofy?
I'm not really, like you, Christine. I'm not really familiar with the game. But I can get really excited about the precedent of a content creator making his own movie and directing in it,
I am
and
extremely excited.
what that could mean for the industry, and also like where the content is going. You know what I'm saying? And if this does well, who knows what we'll get next? You know what I mean? Who knows who's willing to invest in a content creator's dream? And now we're talking about putting new IP in the hands of people who actually love certain things. You know what I mean? I'm excited. I genuinely hope this does well because I can only see this helping the industry.
Mhm.
So I mirror that excitement. I have always been a fan of when content creators do the above and beyond, and except for one or two, because some people shouldn't have been doing what they was doing. But them aside, right? Like I feel like when they do above and beyond what people expect us to, like you said, it opens more doors for us. This one, it does say per deadline, it says it's a self-financed feature adapted from the David Szymanski video game. So it's a self-financed production that he's doing. Iron Lung is a horror film based on I think it's a submarine horror game of the same name that was apparently best-selling in 2022. So last year, the game came out. And I guess he liked the game so much, he wrote the script, is directing and starring in this production. And I think that that's amazing. I think that what he's been doing, what we've seen him do on YouTube with Date with Markiplier, and then he had another one, I think, with like being in space or something like that, right? And I think he's had 3 of these like types of production, like big production things that he's done. And I am extremely excited for what this could mean and the fact that it was one of us that got to do it, like a gaming creator. Because I think if someone does like films on YouTube and then they do films outside of YouTube, that's kind of on their par, right? But a gaming creator exercising this other creative, arm that they have, I think is amazing and fantastic. So I really do, wish it the best, hope it the best. And I'm actually looking forward to seeing it. I say that with apprehension because it's a horror film and I'm scared of scary movies, scary games, all that stuff. But I am looking forward to it.
I do
But
have
yeah.
a question. Do we know where it's coming out? Is it coming out on YouTube or?
I think so.
I think it said it's a feature film. So that if it's a feature film, then I'm anticipating there might be a theatrical release.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I'm anticipating a theatrical release. He can definitely get it into theaters. I know he has that notoriety. He has that, strength in his community that he could definitely push this through distribution.
Okay.
But yeah, wish you the best, Markiplier. All right, next. Legend of Zelda trailer. Okay, it came out a couple weeks ago, but we had a pack show last week, so we couldn't really talk about it. I wanted to dive into it this week because the game is going to be coming out May. What's the date? Is it May 12th? Is it on Ving Rhames' birthday? Is coming out? Yeah, I think it's coming out May 12th, which is Ving Rhames' birthday. Shout out to Ving Rhames and Zelda. Hopefully he likes Zelda because that would be really cool. But that would just be for me. Have you guys seen the trailer?
No.
I have not.
Okay, you two need to do better. All right.
I'm
Yeah, I've seen the
sorry.
trailer.
Do
Oh
better.
I've seen
wait,
the
no, I
trailer.
did. I did see it. I had that class. Yeah, I did.
Okay. While you were in class?
It was
Messed
before,
up.
like 20 minutes before, but yeah.
Okay. So from the trailer, Goofy Wise, you said you did watch it as well. We could actually let's go ahead and pull it up because the nature of seeing the question I want you to think of is how many different things do you see in the trailer that you think we could do in the game? Like how many different gaming, things that we're going to see in the game, in the trailer. That Sky City is massive, way more massive than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a couple islands, but it's like a couple tiers too. Such an epic drop.
Okay, Link tatted too.
I love tatted Link. Okay.
Is that too?
Yeah, he's got a tattoo on the arm. He got that Hawaiian-esque tattoo. Do you guys play Zelda at all?
No.
I did it when I was younger. I haven't
don't.
played a Zelda in a while just because I haven't been on Nintendo like that.
Breath of the Wild is fire.
I've heard. Yeah, it looked great.
Now we're not playing it for the story because if you were to ask me what the story is, I couldn't tell you.
I don't think anybody can ever. I played Ocarina of Time when I was a kid, and I barely know what happened in that.
The puzzles look like they're more enhanced. The dungeons look. Wait, I want shirtless Link. I want to keep him shirtless.
Lord.
This is
Zelda.
nice. It looks good.
Yeah.
We rely on your knight and that legendary sword he carries. Our last line of defense will be Link.
I wonder who that is.
Link.
Epicness. I don't know how many times I'll successfully do that in battle.
Yeah, I know the combat gets really complex. I've seen a lot of crazy.
Except for
stuff.
this.
I'm
That's quite laughable. That one robot. Like
Yeah.
this.
what they were playing chicken.
I know why I am here. It's something only I can do.
Not gonna lie, voice acting is met.
Do not look away. You witness a king's revival.
Except for this voice.
Birth of his new world.
That's Princess Mononoke right there. Good voice, good voice.
Okay,
let's go.
but
Not the.
you are not alone. Link,
The switches ain't gonna handle that?
you are our final hope.
I hope so.
Are we sure?
I hope so.
It's not a
Yeah,
PS5 game?
It's not a PS5 game. It is only on the Switch, a Switch exclusive. Now,
Link,
oh, okay. I forgot there's still more.
you must find me.
Girl.
Yeah, right. Yeah, take her. You can take us now. Okay, so I don't really care about Zelda. You know, I don't really care about her. That you don't really have any reason to, in my opinion. At least in Breath of the Wild or this game, you're around Link. Link is the guy. You know, I care about. And then in this one, I care about Ganondorf. I want to hear him and his voice. That thundering voice. That was a good voice. Okay.
I'm pretty
You
sure that
okay?
was the voice
You
actor
okay,
that
Goofy?
Yeah, man, my
passed
fault.
away.
What?
I think because from what he sounded like, it sounded like that voice actor that recently passed away. I forgot his name, but it was like super recent. I think it was like last month he passed away, and he was like in a lot of voice actors. Let me see.
Yeah, find out who he is. Let us know. I hope not. R.I.P. though. But I'm excited for this game. So as far as like the different things that the different gameplay mechanics that are in this game, we saw crafting, kind of like some version of crafting that you got to see in like a teaser thing that they had. I want to say earlier this month or last month, where you can combine things and create weapons. It looks like the different levels within the Sky City. When they said that you could go in the Sky City, I thought it was going to be like maybe 1 or 2 islands. It looks like there's a whole like I think it's a 2-tier level of like cities and islands that you could go to, which I'm super really excited for. I saw, is it Lance Riddick? No, I don't think it's Lance Riddick. I don't think Lance Riddick voiced that guy. Is that who
No.
you're thinking of, Brie?
I was
Okay.
thinking of, but it's not him.
Oh my goodness, Brie. No,
Lord.
it's not Lance Riddick. But yes. Did she take herself down out of shame, or did someone else take her
I
down
think
out
she
of shame?
did. I think she
Yeah,
did.
bring your ass here, girl.
But yeah, so there's so many different things that I'm super excited for. Like, even it looks like it's going to be even harder than Breath of the Wild, especially with the during battle where you have to like the boulders coming at you, you got to freeze it and try to throw it back. Like, I don't know how successful I'm going to be at doing that.
It was actually Matthew
fun.
Mercer. It's just he has like I don't know. His voice was just oddly very deep for that. I'm very surprised.
Yeah, that voice it's a good voice.
It was
Great voice
It was
to have
probably
in your
the best
ears.
one we've heard.
Surprising.
That's a thing. Like they're like, oh, when they did Breath of the Wild, they're like, oh, we've got voices now. But it's like, oh, why? I'd rather the silence now. Like the voice acting is not great. The story doesn't really make sense. But yes, like Demon's Liberation says, I am excited for Zaddy Ganondorf. Okay, that's what we're gonna call him.
Have you seen Attack on Titan, Christine?
I haven't yet. I'm gonna catch up. I'm gonna catch up.
I was gonna say this guy, Matthew Mercer, he voices Levi Ackerman from Attack on Titan, and it does stuff like a lot of I don't know. It's crazy. He looked good though. Mm-hmm.
Oh, in real life?
Yes, a nice looking. Well, he's a decent looking Caucasian man.
That was quite a statement.
Okay.
Matthew Mercer.
He's decent looking. Mm-hmm.
I gotta
watch
see
him
for
on Critical Role since he does a lot of D&D campaigns. I'm a nerd.
That's cool. I'm trying to look at I'll have to look at the pictures and see which pictures I can find. But the voice is good. We're just gonna go with the voice. All right. Goofy, what'd you think of the trailer? What are things that stuck out to you? I know you didn't play since Ocarina of Time, but what are things that stuck out to you in regards to this game and what looks like interesting?
It seems like the story is really like intact. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like they're really trying to sell it, and I'm here for it. You know what I mean? I'm like I haven't really got into it in a long time, but like it's something that definitely caught my eye. I was like, all right, hold on, let me tap back in. Let me see what's going on right here. I might have to check this out, but well, besides that, the combat looks pretty cool. I like the the slowdown time features. Anytime you can do something like that in the game, I'm like, yeah, gotcha. Feels good, So it looks great. I mean, Nintendo's being Nintendo and it's just dropping Nintendo exclusives. I would like for them to drop something new, but we'll see what happens.
They do like their exclusives.
Yeah.
Bree, what about you? What do you think of the trailer?
I never was like into Legend of Zelda that much. So, because I used to get the characters Zelda and Link confused. I didn't know who was who. But other than that, I mean, it looks great. I'm worried that Nintendo would be actually able to keep up, like, at least be able to do it, because like I just, from everything I've heard in the past, even with like their connectivity issues, or even just how sometimes they develop games and it's not what you really get, or it's like just kind of ass. I would be worried about that. But for people that play it, good on them. They finna have fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand the concerns, but Breath of the Wild was pretty solid. And since they're kind of, I think they have the same assets and stuff like that, they probably just added on to what they had. So I have faith in the connectivity. It's the pricing though, but we won't talk about that in a second.
It's
Yanni,
That was
what'd you think of the trailer? What'd you think of the trailer?
Okay, yeah, we're gonna talk about the pricing because that was what I was gonna ask. But the trailer looked good. I wish we could have seen more gameplay just to see what it would look like, you know. It was more cinematic, but it looks pretty good. I won't be playing it, but I watched somebody play it.
I think the thing is, I think everything you saw is how the game is actually going to look.
Oh, that's how it's going to look.
Yeah, because even the cutscenes are going to be like that cinematic stuff. That's probably stuff you're going to see in the game. But like all the stuff he was doing, that's how it's going to look in the game.
Okay.
Now, price. This game being on the Nintendo Switch with the stats that we know about Nintendo Switch versus PS5 or Xbox Series X, this game is rated right now to come out at a price of $70.
No.
Yikes.
Yeah,
no, you can't pay me. This is just a continue. It's like they have almost like the Disney problem where it's like remaking. Granted, this is not a remake, but it's like from this company, all I'm gonna know them for is Legend of Zelda. For this
and Mario.
Yeah, I want something newer. Give me. I want to be addicted to a new game.
Yeah. Can you play it offline? Is what I want to know.
Oh.
That's a good question.
$50, I don't want to have Wi-Fi.
I don't think they would do that to us. I don't think they would do that. Nintendo.
They do with a lot of their other games. So on their Switch, which is it's if you buy it digitally. Now, if you have the card, you're okay. But if you buy it digitally and you're not near your Wi-Fi or you're not connected to Wi-Fi, then you can't play any of their digital games. Not one single digital game that you've bought digitally. They has to, if it's got the card and you're not by Wi-Fi, you good. But if it's digitally purchased, then no. Which is frustrating.
Yeah,
very frustrating.
That to me is giving.
It's frustrating. Especially paying $70.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's like I should be able to access my content. I bought it whenever I want. Especially it's like Wi-Fi ain't free. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
it's not.
It should be.
And you have to pay for the monthly online usage on Nintendo, kind of like PlayStation and Xbox. You have to pay for the and then charge $70.
Crazy. And I gotta pay every month just to use my game.
You know what's funny?
Yes.
No, that's crazy.
I pay for the year and I barely use my Switch. I don't know why.
Yeah, I pay for 3 months, barely use it, barely touch it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna pay just in case I want to hop on it one day and don't have, But
well, yeah, it's I'm there are things I'm disappointed about, but I am extremely thoroughly excited for this game. I am planning to stream it like a day stream of just streaming the beginning to as far as I can get in that game. So I'm really excited. I do wish that it wasn't $70 though, because that's wild.
Outrageous.
And yeah, with everything you have to pay for. And I don't think the game is worth $70 on that system, but I am still going to get the game because I am excited to play it. Zelda is near and dear to my heart. And I've played I think all the games except for like three of them. But yeah.
Wow. Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time were the ones I played, and they were great.
I played the original back in the day on the Nintendo.
That was
Super
Ocarina,
Nintendo.
Right? Yeah, that was Ocarina of Time.
No, Ocarina was on Nintendo 64.
Oh, so you talking about the 2D motherfucker?
The 2D where you're like top down view as he's like cutting through bushes and whatnot. Yeah, I played the original Zelda.
I remember getting like a GameCube and they had there was this one game or one pack that came with all the games of Link, like up to a Majora's Mask at the time or whatever. And I played the 2D one for like 2 days, and I was like, "Yeah, this ain't it for me." But I play the other ones though. I play Majora's Mask a lot too. Yeah.
I even played Twilight Princess on the Wii. That one was a lot of fun. I did play a little Skyward Sword. I didn't really care for it. It did not catch me early on, so I just kind of like, I was like, I don't really like this. But Breath of the Wild is fire, and I'm excited for this game. But moving on to the next thing. Oh, they expect minimum wage to pay for all that? Yes, they do, baby. Yes, they do. Unfortunately, in the they say post-pandemic, but COVID is still rampant. I don't understand this post, but anyways, next thing, Redfall. The Redfall drama that has existed. Redfall is continuing a worrying gaming trend. That was a very unique title there that Destiny put there.
What are they doing? Oh my God.
What are they doing? So originally, because Redfall is made by Arcane, who is under Bethesda. And originally, when they were making Redfall, it was supposed to come out on the different platforms. But now that Xbox has purchased Bethesda and Arcane, essentially underneath that, it is going to be an Xbox/PC exclusive. When it was originally set out, it was, shown on, 60 FPS. Now they're saying that at release, it'll be only releasing at 30 FPS. And that later on, you'll be having a 60 FPS game. And so I know, the first question I do want to ask is, does that matter to you? Because does it, I'm going to double check the price. If you guys could double check the price for me, let me know. But as far as, we'll start with you, Goofy Wise. Does it matter to you that it was, when it was open for all, it was 60, but now that it's only an Xbox exclusive, it's going to release at a 30 FPS, at release? Does that matter to you?
I mean, I don't care too much about FPS. It's not something I really care about. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm more thinking is it it's not going to be cross-plat? You know what I mean? Like in a day and age where we have, everybody has whatever they have. It's like I I think we should be making less barriers for gamers. You know what I mean? I think it's kind of weird.
Which is interesting because Xbox has, tinkered that wall of exclusive, non-exclusive for a while. When they first were like, at the dawn of this generation, meaning this console generation, the Xbox Series X and S, when the battles were going on between PS5 and Xbox Series X and X, the statement was made by Phil Spencer that, having exclusives is not fair to the, gaming consumers. He was kind of making digs at how it's not fair and it's not right for the gaming consumers. But that was made when PlayStation's dropping a bunch of exclusives.
and they were getting shat on. They were losing bad. You know what I mean?
A lot. Then they were like, hey, we learned our lesson. We're going to have some more exclusives. And they had their Direct, which had amazing Xbox Direct, but they had no dates for any of their games that they were announcing. They talked about, they showed a trailer for, what is that game? Is Fairy Tail? Is that the name of the game? Is that the name? What's the name of the game? I know Jazz and Charlie were extremely excited about it. That it's like a sequel to a famous chat. If you guys remember the name of the game, let me know. But apparently it's a major title. Starfield was mentioned, which is supposed to be an Xbox exclusive. They talked about a few other titles that they want to drop on Xbox that we haven't really seen anything come from that since then. Then they bought Activision, and there's that whole battle on whether Call of Duty is or will not be exclusive now or later, the back and forth. And then they bought Bethesda and Arcane. Fable, yes, Fable's the game that they showed a thing like, oh, we're gonna have Fable, and then nothing else. Mum's the word pretty much since then. That's when they also announced, hey, Halo Infinite, it's coming, all that stuff, which Halo Infinite had so many problems as far as the drop, so many problems, pre-release, because they people being fired, people coming back, the disclaimer of, it's because of the pandemic. All right. But then they released pretty much a non-finished game, a very broken game. And the way that the game was distributed was very broken and weird for a lot of people. So that, like, thinking of all that, that's where, because I do agree, the game being 60 FPS or 30 FPS is not a huge thing for me. As long as it looks good, I'm okay. But it's the aspect that when it was available to everyone, right? Which was something that you pushed for, Xbox. Hey, exclusives are not good for gamers. You pushed for that. It was open to everyone and it was 60 FPS. But now that it's under your belt, you're not putting the money into it being 60. It's going to be released at 30 and then 60 is going to come later. That doesn't make any sense to me. It does not make how did it already have something and we're not it's being taken away.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that it's interesting,
Oh wait,
like you
what?
said.
$70? No, I ain't paying $70 for no 30 FPS.
for this game.
Yeah, I'll be honest, to kind of echo what he said. The gameplay seems very mid. It doesn't seem very revolutionary gameplay.
No,
It kind of just seems like a typical FPS, shooter. And I'm not particularly excited about it. It is a risk, and I'm happy that they're doing something different. But the gameplay doesn't seem very different either. You know what I mean? So it's like, to your point, Christine, it's like Xbox is talking about Call of Duty with PlayStation, and that was a big thing when the acquisition of Microsoft decided to go for
Activision.
whatever. Yeah, Activision. They were buying it all, and they were like, it's going to become a monopoly. Call of Duty has always been multi-platform. It's just kind of hard to, and they were saying that in part because Sony was saying that is a reason to not allow them to make the purchase and become a monopoly. It just seems kind of funny that they're going out of their way to make a game that was already cross-plat, allegedly, you know what I'm saying? And then now they're like, no, we're not going to make it cross-plat. And then it's also getting less frames. It's just really interesting to kind of seeing how, Xbox is trying to be playing this good guy. And when actuality, they just couldn't compete. And they said, instead of competing, we're just going to buy up everything. You know what I mean? And it's kind of kind of a disappointing. Yeah, and a $70 price tag, bro. Like, I don't.
That's a lot.
I just can't see the everyday gamer. I mean, if it's on Game Pass, then people will have Game Pass, and that's what they're doing. You know what I mean? I can see that. You know what I mean? As a way to get around it, I guess. But that still leaves a lot of console gamers out. Is Game Pass on console, or is it only on PC?
Game Pass is on console and PC.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then I can see it being better because they are trying to, really trying to pitch, the gaming as a service, the gaming Game Pass and stuff like that. So I can see that, but overall, I just think that it is a little disappointing that they decided to make it, non-cross-plat.
This would be a thing where I'm like, delay the game and have it be 60 FPS if you're going to charge $70. My thing is, because I do agree, the game itself is not revolutionary. It gives very much Dead
Island,
Dead,
or Dead Island, or
Back for Blood, like this,
blood,
vampires, or and I'm excited for that. I'm playing with my friends. It's going to be a lot of fun. Get up a group of people, we play the game. It's going to be a lot of fun. However, the thing that, because mind you, the article we have here is by CBR.com, and one of the things that they talk about Last of Us, and I feel like when the argument was made to change the gaming price from $60 to $70, right? I didn't like it, but especially during the pandemic, because consoles were hard to get, as far as PlayStation. Xbox was easier to get, but it was hard to get a PlayStation. You have the pandemic. A lot of people are let go from their jobs, and you want to raise the price of games. I don't really like it. I understand it because the production of the games, the production of the consoles, that is going up, and they have to make the money back, so I understand it. So when you have a marker of like games like The Last of Us Part 1 that came out, where it was pretty much you were playing a cinematic art piece, right?
Yeah.
When you play Part 1, that is as $70. Okay, if that's the mark, Zelda should not be $70.
No.
And Redfall should definitely not be $70 if that's the marker, because it's not an equal plane. It's not an equal plane.
No, not at all.
Not at all. And I think that if they're trying to make more money, make it accessible on multiple platforms. You know what I mean? Especially if you're having it on Game Pass anyways, you know what I mean, for $5. It seems a little annoying to do that,
Yeah. And then so I do want to throw this sub question in there. Because I know this argument kind of happens. It mostly happens in our household. So I don't know if anybody else is arguing this, but like for Xbox, right? Because a PlayStation exclusive means it's only on PlayStation. It releases only on PlayStation until like later, 10 years later when it comes out on PC, right? But if it's releasing at launch with Xbox and PC, is that an exclusive?
I mean, when you own Microsoft and Activision, I guess it is, right? I don't know. When you own all of Blizzard and Bethesda, and then you drop it on the same shit, it's low key. I mean, they're one entity now, so I see it as an exclusive. So yeah, I see it as an exclusive. That's my take.
You see it as an exclusive.
Yeah.
What about you, Yanni? What about you, Bree?
I think it's an exclusive. I think it would be. Yeah, they own Microsoft.
Yeah.
That's enough right there.
You can't play any games on a non, Microsoft PC.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you don't. It's not like you pulling up with Apple and like, you know what I mean? And like,
right.
Can you play anything on the Mac?
No, they don't even.
You can play Sims. You could. You just gonna hear the fan just blowing.
Right. You can barely play Sims on the Mac.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then, because my husband, he thinks that because it's an Xbox and it's a PC as two separate, you do have to format the game separately, right?
Yeah.
So then he looks at it as not an exclusive, which would then mean that Xbox has literally zero exclusiks because
if that's the case of shit on Xbox, then I'm gonna go ahead and say it's a non-exclusive.
He's like, oh, that's the direction I'm on that team. Yeah, like so that means that they literally do not have any exclusives, if that's the viewpoint, because they release their stuff on Game Pass Xbox and Game Pass PC.
No, by the way, I love Xbox. They sent me Xbox recently. I love you guys. I was just kidding. That was a joke. You know what I mean? We're having fun.
I will say,
keep sending me stuff. It's awesome. I love it. It's a great system.
Wonderful.
Well,
I will say this. I will say this because I feel like on this plane, still send us the consoles so we can rate them and see if they are worth what you're making, right?
Yeah.
But also with all, because I mean, I love. There are a lot of things I love. I think y'all have the best controllers. Controller.
For sure. Yeah.
I do feel like there are balls that are being dropped in regards to the gaming culture, gaming creation, gaming design on the Xbox front for people who are paying for a luxury item. And it's like you're paying a lot of money to not really, and it's like, well, what are you doing with that money? If you're not going to have it go at 60 FPS, what are you doing with that money?
Yeah.
So
they spent it on an acquisition.
They did, which who knows how that's going to go, because now apparently there's a bunch of creators that band together that are suing to not let that go through. So
wait, who's the creators are doing that? What? A
few content creators are banding together to sue to not let, and it's like a serious thing because they tried it and then it was like the judge said no. So they refixed their argument and they were like, now they have evidence to be able to sue to not let the acquisition go through.
That is extremely interesting. I'm curious to see how that pans out.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know. All right, next up, and you guys in the chat watching or those listening, wherever you listen to podcasts, let us know your thoughts down below. The last bit of drama that we have for today, Queen Cleopatra. Okay. So how long is the trailer? Because I want to know if we have time to jump into the trailer and
it's 2 minutes.
That's quite a long time. Goofy, have you seen the trailer?
No, but I'm familiar with what's going on. So
okay. So for those of you that have not seen the trailer, Queen Cleopatra, it's a part of the African Queen series that is produced by Jada Pinkett Smith. It's on Netflix. She's the executive producer, and it's a series about exploring the lives of prominent and iconic African queens per Netflix.
So they are doing Django. Yeah, it was she had another series about Angolan country that fought against the Portuguese that I actually watched, which is really cool.
I actually want to see that because when I was looking more into this one, I was like, okay, this was not even the first. I was like, oh, there's a first one. Let me check it out. So this one that's about Cleopatra, it hasn't released out yet, but the trailer dropped and everybody's in a tizzy. Okay. For those who do not know, I'm trying to, what's the actress's name? I'm trying to pull it up here really quick. It is currently, for kind of a little backstory while you guys pull up the name for me. It's like a documentary situation where you have the reenactment and you have the, philosophers and scholars talking and dissecting, and the subject matter is about Cleopatra, but also about her being Black.
Mhm.
And that's kind of what they're diving into. They have casted
Her
go
name
ahead,
is
say it again.
Adele James.
Yeah.
Adele James, who is British and who is mixed, to play
Mixed what?
Cleopatra. Black and I'm guessing white. They said I'm guessing white because they just said she's mixed.
Okay.
Normally, if it's something else, they'll say what the other is. But yeah. So there's been an uproar. For those of you that have, Yanni, have you seen it? Bree, have you seen the trailer?
I have.
Yeah.
Okay. What first thoughts for you guys? What were your thoughts on the trailer?
I thought it was cute because, like, I know when I was younger, I came over here to Georgia, and I remember like my first Halloween costume. I was Cleopatra, and I did it right. Like I ate that, so I thought it was cute. I like, for me, because all my depictions of her were literally like, I think from the Scooby Doo movie actually. So I didn't know who she was, so I was interested in her, and then I heard about like Nefertiti and all that. I thought she was cool, so I'm rocking with it. She rocking with me, so I'm rocking with her.
Okay, Yanni, what about you?
It looked really good to me. You said it's isn't it like a documentary type of thing?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's something you watch in school, honestly, but it looks interesting.
I mean, I watch them at home because I like when they dive into and they have a reenactment and stuff.
Yeah, I like the reenactments, and it looks really good. I like it.
So for me, for the trailer, I thought it was really cool too. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm interested in learning, because one of the things that it really taught me is how little in American schools they teach you about world history. They will beat American history into your mind, right? And except some of it in Florida anyways, they're going to try to take some of it out. But like they really push it in, but they don't really push in a lot of world history. And when I took world history AP, and I was still surprised at how little I knew about Cleopatra specifically. They went into Rome. We learned about Julius Caesar. We learned about Mark Antony, but they did not really teach a lot about like the African cultures or anything African based or Egypt, any of that. They did not teach that stuff. So that was my first thing. I'm like, you know what? Let me watch this so I can learn as well, along with my daughter. But shortly after, when we went to YouTube, that's after we watched the trailer, then we're like, okay, let's see. And man, these people got their videos out fast. Some people were very upset that she is casted and depicted as a Black woman. So much so that as of a few days ago, an Egyptian man, last name Al-Samari, has issued a lawsuit against Netflix, stating that, hold on, I'm trying to confirm it. Okay. He believes that the documentary promotes Afrocentrism and inaccurately portrays Cleopatra's race. So there's been this argument on whether she was Black or not Black, because she was apparently from the last Ptolemies. And there was, I think it's after the reign of Alexander, and the Ptolemies were based in Greece. So the aspect of, right, there's the Targaryens essentially, and they notoriously kept their line going. So the argument of whether she is Black or isn't Black is this thing. A question I do have is, since you're making this suit now, and maybe you weren't alive when the other Cleopatra movie came out with the very hot Elizabeth Taylor, did you complain then? Did you later try to sue the people for the past depiction of this hot woman? Did you have arguments or, have issues or take issues with the production of the film, with the royalties that film probably still gets wherever it airs now of that hot woman? Did you have those issues, or is it now only you take these issues because she is not a hot? 100% white woman. You know, it's what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Yanni, we'll start with you, and then we'll go up to Goofy.
This is probably a more accurate depiction of her. I don't understand why there's an issue here. Like you said, they didn't have a problem with it before. What was the actor's name again that played her?
Elizabeth Taylor.
White Elizabeth Taylor, yes. And Elizabeth Taylor is pretty pale.
She's a white woman.
She's very much white. I don't know. They didn't have a problem with it before, so why have a problem with it now? When this is probably very accurate.
I'm sure the skin tone is probably extremely accurate. The skin tone is probably extremely accurate. Bree, what about you?
I just think I don't agree with all of it, because when I look at her in this little picture that she has where she's sitting on her little throne, and you see it's not an article that you put up, but she's sitting on her little throne. She looks like what I thought Cleopatra, looked like. When I put on her costume, that's what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking of a white woman. I wasn't thinking of a Greek woman. None of that. I was thinking of her. She looked like her, and that's how it should be, because in my mind, I forget if she was fair or what, but if you're queen enough, queen of the king, she says in the trailer, and you're in Egypt, I'm gonna think you gonna look like me, because why else would they respect you so much? I don't know. That was just my thought.
Goofy Wise, what about you?
I know. I mean, my thing is if she was of lighter complexion, I think they should try to be as accurate as possible. If she wasn't, I think they should be whatever it was, they should be more as accurate as possible. From what I know is that we don't know. She could have been. I mean, she technically was a colonizer at the time. You know what I mean? So it's not the hill I'm gonna die on. You know what I'm saying? If she was, whatever she was, let's try to be as accurate as possible. If I wasn't aware of the past situation where they had a straight white woman player. I think that's a little weird to get upset about this, because it's like talking about Afrocentrism. It's like, okay, let's talk about white supremacy and how much that is
Eurocentrism.
That is actually completely harming things in real life. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. But I do know that the noses were knocked off a lot of Egyptian statues,
shot off,
and usually palm color people don't do that unless they look ethnic enough to to not do it. But it could have been like Arab, Middle Eastern kind of vibe too. But even then, some of those people were very darker skin too. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they weren't, sometimes they were. I just say let's be as accurate as possible. But if you're not going to get mad about a white person doing it, then why are you going to get mad about a black person doing it? Are you just saying that it provokes Afrocentrism? Are you offering okay, it should do this to preserve, accurate history or whatever? I don't know, but yeah.
So that's the thing. I feel like, if your mindset, because mind you, I don't think their complaint is about her skin color. It's about her ethnicity. Because if she was if the ethnicity was different, but the skin color was the same, that's not really their issue. It's the fact that her ethnicity is black, and the fact that in the document or in the series, it looks like they say, as you see in the trailer, how she is a black woman. That's what they say a lot. So I think that they take issue with the fact that these scholars are saying that she's black and mind you, I have to say the word "they say" because we weren't taught this, and in our history, what she was. They didn't really talk about queens. It was very male centric as far as what we learned. You learn about Julius Caesar. You learn about Et-tu-Brute, about him getting stabbed in the back by his friend, another male. You don't really learn a lot about women of other cultures. We learned about some women in America, but even that was still kind of thin because it was a lot about the mans and the peens. But in this case, I need to watch it to learn more, but I do agree with you, Goofy. If you didn't raise any flags against the white woman, then you shouldn't really raise any now. But I do understand wanting to tell we got to learn. What is the story? What is the truth? Because what I learned in school about in my white school was that the noses of the pyramids and the sphinxes were, like deteriorated, and it was just weathered over time. That's what they taught us. And it wasn't until later that the truth came out, the fact that they were shot down because of how ethnic the noses were. And they were like, there's no way that Black people were kings and queens, and that's why they shot the noses off. But
it really gets me, because if you look at their bust, their skin complexion is similar to our skin complexion. And so I'm just like, if they were a white woman or man, then why didn't they make it look like that? It's like that wasn't their only resource available. They could have very much made it look like that. They had all these different type of colors. You look at the hieroglyphics, they had black, white, all these different type of colors.
Yeah, they had a lot of brown motherfuckers in the hieroglyphics. That's all I know. Yeah, all them gods just so happened to be brown. You know what I'm saying? But everybody, I mean, there's a lot of different century, rulers and a lot of different shit that went into that. You know what I mean?
After Alexander and the Ptolemies,
like 25 different, kingdoms or king, queen, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
The French came through. Like everybody ran through Egypt. Poor Egypt, mind you. Poor Africa, baby. Goodness.
Bruh, Lord.
Hello.
Poor
Lord. Rich and resource and people, and they was like, we snatching all these babies up. All right, so that aside, the official stance is we're gonna see. I'm for watching this and learning, and I'm actually interested. I want to learn. I want to see what they're gonna say. It's where it's extreme to me. It's like the degree of suing that is that's been unseen before. That I feel like there's a level of pettiness. Right. It's one thing to make your video. It's one thing to make an article, but to sue Netflix, I'm like.
What grounds? What are you gonna do? Like what is it?
Yeah. What is it? Defamation of character?
He says Netflix is trying to provoke confusion by spreading false and deceptive facts that the origin of the Egyptian civilization is Black. Well, the origin the origin of humanity, sorry to tell y'all, is Black. Y'all, it started in Africa and y'all spanned out. And that's scientifically been proven. We could put the Bible aside. It started there and spanned out, and the farther we went from there, the lighter some of the people became, and especially when they started breeding with Neanderthals. All that up there in we ain't gonna clown on people. That aside, if as far as origin, your origin would not start light. It's not how it goes. You don't start light and then get brown. You start dark and then you get lighter. But that's neither here nor there. Well, actually, that's everywhere.
Yeah.
But so that's what he's saying, and it'll promote the Afrocentric thinking. But my thing is, like, do you take issue with promoting the Eurocentric thinking?
I would think does this give us grounds now? If he gets what he wants, does this give us grounds to see what we think is not representative enough? And can we bring up like the past?
If he wins, we better sue. We better sue the socks
off
these.
The heck. They made me.
I mean, I don't have it, but one of the rich Black sue. Okay, it would if he wins.
Beyonce, and this come on,
Jay-Z,
drop an album on it.
Hello, Hov, like Oprah. It's like whoever. If he wins, we better sue. It should be a situation, because the thing is, we have taken so much for so many years and so many decades of the same every single time, and now when it's the other way, y'all want to complain, y'all want to sue. That's the issue. That's where I take issue.
He's probably one of the Little Mermaid people. Be for real.
Probably.
That man probably does not watch The Little Mermaid. But when it turned about Cleopatra, that's when he wants to. No, nonetheless, that is where you feel. Let us know how you feel in the comments and on social media. Check us out on Twitter. Before we close out, Demon Slayer. Okay, me and Bree are the only ones have seen you. You're caught up, Bree?
Yeah, I'm caught up. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm Gucci.
Okay. So we'll do a non-spoiler review, and then basically saying, and we have to, for episode 1, 2, and 3. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll do it out of Hashira. Okay. So out of 10 Hashira, how would you rate season 3 so far, episode 1, 2, and 3 out of 10 Hashira?
So like, would I do each one individually or all together?
You could all together. Do all together.
Altogether, I would give it a 8 or a 9. It's one of those.
Okay, for this season.
For the season so far, yeah.
Okay. Me, I would give it. I'll give it an 8 because we just started.
Yeah, we did.
We just started, and it's starting like literally started to pop off.
Just started.
The end of this episode.
Yeah.
The end of this episode. What is your word that you would use to describe the 3 episodes so far? Word or phrase?
I want to say blicky, but I will just say interesting.
Okay. Interesting. I would say yucky vase.
Okay. I understand.
Yucky vase. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I should say no. Mine is math. 1 + 1 = 2. 2 + 2 = 4. That's what my statement would be. Okay. And I'll explain in a second. All right.
Yeah. No, I give it a 6.
No, Yanni didn't see it, so don't listen to her lies. Okay. And that was our non-spoiler review of Demon Slayer season 3, episodes 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Put up the graphic. Spoiler alert. Now that sounded like a cat.
That was definitely a
That
count.
was an angry cat. Yeah.
That was a cat.
I got you. You would rate it a 9, Talent? So for me, right? Because mind you, I was telling before the show started, I was telling Goofy Wise, because Goofy, you've seen season 1. Actually, you said you weren't really watching it. You had it on playing season 1, but you haven't sat and watched it. Okay.
Mhm.
To me, the Demon Slayer has become my most favorite anime. Okay. Which is slightly disrespectful because Inuyasha's up there. Inuyasha is, yeah. Whoa, Goofy. What was that?
Everybody's entitled to their opinions.
What's your favorite anime of all time?
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
okay, Full Metal.
Yes.
I mean, I have to rewatch. Actually, I haven't seen Brotherhood. I watched the original one, which I do have to rewatch. I haven't seen it in so long, so I've forgotten a lot about it. Which actually might make it the hot. I need to watch Brotherhood. I maybe I'll react to it on the channel. But like,
it's actually a really fucking awesome
That
story.
was-
No filler, straight.
No.
So every episode is moving the plot forward. It's amazing.
Has a battle.
That's great.
Basically every episode.
Yeah.
that's great. Okay,
Yeah.
so check it out. But with Demon Slayer, the writing is so amazing. It's the aspect of being able to take someone who is legit bad, like not an anti-hero, not The Rock, Black Adam, like, oh, I'm bad, but I'm not bad type of thing. None of that. It's an actual bad person that is murdering masses like of people, right? Eating them, throwing their bones to the side or swallowing them too. I don't know what they do with them. But then like making you like at their death feel empathy for them or care for them or sometimes even cry for them. And the ability to make that happen as far as writing, not to mention the art is amazing. The art style is amazing. The animation is amazing. The action is just out of this world. Okay. Goofy Wise, you got to get to Entertainment Art District. Okay. Which is the end of season 2. And when it's like, I was already sold at like season 1. Because I mean, the end of season 1, it is a little, because after the fight, the spider fight thing happens, you're kind of like, okay, they're training. I get you kind of falling out. But when you're in season 2, it gets back in. And season 2, the end, when you get to Mugen Train is done, Entertainment Arc, it just like takes off and it's gone. And it's like, how many? I think they said like 4 or 5 episodes of just action.
Yeah.
It's
intense. And gory.
It's intense. Oh, hella gory. This show is not for children, okay?
Yeah.
Not for children. But like in season 3, we finally get some pop off. Mind you, the animation is higher in this season.
Beautiful. It's so beautiful.
So good. The sound production is higher in this season. Someone walked on glass and I swear something broke in my house. Like it sounds like next level, okay? And then the characters, the lore, you're getting more into the lore of the possible lineage of Tanjiro.
That shit was so motherfucking confusing. Oh my god. I really
It
sat
is,
there and
but
I was like,
I don't want
what?
anybody who read the manga. Don't you dare type in the chat if you read the manga, okay? Because that's a
I
true
know what
spoiler.
happened, but it was
Yeah,
like
I
I
got
was
spoiled a
sitting
little
there.
bit to what
Yeah, I got
happened, but
spoiled a
Okay.
lot. I know what
Don't-
happened. I'm not spoiling.
Okay,
But I
Bree.
was just I
Because
was
really quick, I'm gonna hit
confused.
remove. Okay.
I'm just like, because I remember me and CJ, we were sitting there watching. I was like, did we go in the future? Did we go in the past? Did we? When did he get a
Right.
kid?
Some
What
people
happened?
thought that, yeah, some people thought it was him in the future. But I think that it's not even him in the past. I think it's like his grandpa or his great grandpa that person is talking to.
Mm-hmm.
Because they said like 300 years ago was when that sword was left there and he had the sword.
Oh wow, I'm making connections. Yeah.
So
That could
I
be
think
right.
it's somebody from his lineage, like one of his ancestors that he was talking to.
Because
So
he
not even
was
his like father,
heavily.
but
Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
He was heavily talking about like, oh, is this my dad? At least I thought that's what he said. I don't
No,
know.
I think that's what everybody else said.
Oh.
he was like, he kept calling it a dream. He kept calling it a
Oh
dream.
yeah, because
Mhm.
when he was when old dude was trying to take the sword from the little mannequin thing, I was like, oh my god, his dad. Oh my god, wow, he's here. He won't
But
be.
no. And then I
No.
thought it was the demon, but also
Yeah,
no, it's like the
no.
doll. And then, okay, so in episode 3, there is what number is he? Number 4?
Yes, he's upper moon. Yeah.
Upper 4. And his power, which leads to my, and mind you, we're in the spoiler part. The reason I said 1 + 1 = 2, 2 + 2 = 4 is he was one of those ones that when you kill him or when you cut off his head, he splits into 2.
And he was so fine. Oh my god.
Oh, when he broke, because mind you, he starts off as this crusty, nasty, dirty old man, all right?
Ugly ass
Dirty.
kid.
Fingernails looking like he's trying to go for the Guinness World Book of Records with them long, nasty toe-looking fingernails that could chop wood.
Ew.
That's what it looked like. Then when he was cut in half, what happens is when you cut his head off, a body grows from the head and a head grows on that body. So now you have 2. And if you cut one of them,
because we saw when
what were you saying?
Tanjiro cut the foot, the head grew from the foot.
The head grew from the foot too. That's true. So now I don't know what number we're at as far as math. But when every time he gets cut, he gets
so
hotter and hotter. I'll say that.
Every time the tongue came out, Tesla showed. I was like, good. CJ's not here. This is a great episode to watch right now. Woo!
Oh no, I was watching with my husband. I was like, ooh, okay.
Nah, that wouldn't have fly down here.
After you get married, it's okay. After you get married, it's okay.
It wouldn't have flown down here either. I can't be.
That's funny.
I can't do that. No.
That's funny. I'll be like, oh, okay, mister. All right. So and then Nezuko, who was like in this baby form for most of the episode, or most of the season so far, only 3 episodes, she bulked up when he popped up. Also, how did they know that I have a lot of questions. Goofy Wise, watch it, okay?
I feel like
I have a lot of questions.
Honestly, I'll watch it today. I'm off the next 2 days, so I'll probably watch a lot of stuff over the next 2 days.
Yeah, watch
also,
season 1.
Oh wait, never mind. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, it's a sidebar. It's okay. I was gonna say I would love for us to talk about Vinland Saga, but because that's dropping right now every Monday as well.
Oh,
but I know
that's
a lot, way more to catch up on. Yeah, and it's
how many seasons is it?
It's 2 seasons, so about I want to say like 30 something episodes right now.
Not bad.
The first season is 24, but it is very dense. It is very like layered. It's a lot of people to remember, a lot of things happening. So it's like, that's a lot. But I would love to talk about it. Maybe at least even if it doesn't, we don't catch it until the very end. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll start Vinland, you start Demon Slayer.
Yes.
But like watching it.
No, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. When I gotta catch up
not
on
having
season
it
2.
on and
Yeah.
Gotta watch. If not for the incredible looking men, do it for Nezuko. I don't know.
No, because that just gets weird. Watch it for the show.
He's adorable. That's what
I watched season 1, and who did not like the animation in Demon Slayer? Let's be honest.
So
the animation was like amazing. You know what I mean? The story was kind of like it was like Now, I've seen it a billion times. What's the new here? You know what I mean? We're going. What's the twist? You know what I'm saying? But it was cool. It was cool. It wasn't like when I heard that the season 2 was starting off with a movie. I was like, if y'all don't get the cash grab
No,
out of here. You know what I mean?
I will say it's better to watch season 2 as the series, not the movie. Don't do the movie.
Oh, okay.
Because when I did it the series way, where I watched, because Crunchyroll, mind you, Crunchyroll needs to fix the way they have it laid out. It is hella confusing. So when you get to this, let me know. But I did season 2 Mugen Train instead of the movie. And it made me care more about characters, where a lot of people said that they watched the movie and there's like an episode that's in the show that wasn't in the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So the
I'm
first
watching
episode of
movie.
season 2 is not in the movie. And so a lot of people didn't care about certain things that happened
How many
because they
episodes
watched
is
the movie.
season 2 in total? Is it just the movie broke up, or
It is.
So the movie is broken up into 3 or 4 episodes, and then entertainment is 7 episodes. So it's like
why
11.
Why the split? Why I
They
don't
happened
understand.
like right at, well, the movie came out first, and then like they tried to introduce the entertainment district for the second season, but because a lot of people, I think it was during COVID times that when the movie came out,
A
they
lot of people couldn't see the movie.
couldn't see the movie, so they had to introduce it in as a season. So they broke it up, and then they did entertainment district. Since entertainment district, it pops off very, very quickly. It's not something you really have to wait for.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a decision here, an agreement here. Okay. It's been written in blood. Yanni said that she will start anime in general. Appreciate you, Yanni.
God
Let's go ahead and get that
damn.
started.
Do it.
Okay.
We
Don't
will
let me find
catch
out you
up
watching Love
together.
and Hip Hop or something.
She
I'm gonna be
probably
very
No.
upset. Okay.
I don't watch
good.
Love and Hip Hop. I have in the past though.
Oh Lord.
We've
Real Housewives.
seen it. We've seen it. It's the someone made a remark. They're at a restaurant. It's quiet. They're staring, and then all of a sudden a glass goes, and then
They
they
shake
launch
the
at each other.
table.
Yeah, they launch at each other. We know how it goes. But I think we should dive in more when Goofy Wise and the rest of the crew catches up.
They can talk about the Blicky. I'm so excited.
Oh yes.
Him having a gun was just I ain't noticed that was gonna happen.
Right. We got to die. And then him, like his lineage, who he is, and what's going on with him.
I really need to know.
We're talking in code. Okay. We're talking in code.
Because the truth here came, but what happened?
Right. What happened? That's a good question. So make sure you guys check out the podcast next week. Next week, I think we will do the fan line. And Goofy, I'll explain that as soon as we end. We'll do the fan line. So for those of you that are longstanding fans, you know what the fan line is, and you will know the laughing that'll ensue. It's going to be a lot of fun, especially with our new castmates. So I'm excited to see how this is going to go. Make sure you check out the podcast every Monday. I was going to say it is going to be May next Monday, but every Monday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern, we are live on YouTube, on Twitch, on Twitter. Check us out on social media. Twitter, Instagram, the community tab, TikTok, sometimes or whatever. I wonder if D Justin is still around. I wonder. He don't pop in as much. So hopefully he will pop in soon. Before we leave, go ahead, Yanni, Bree, Goofy Wise, tell the people where they can find you. Yanni?
You can find me on Twitter at AskAboutYanni1, I think. I just be talking my shit. That's about it.
Bree?
You can find me on Twitch. I'm Queenie Bree. And I just play a lot of horror games like Demonologist or Phasmophobia. Sometimes Sims because I have to do something chaotic every now and then.
And Goofy Wise.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Goofy Wise. I'm live 3 times a week on Twitch. I'm talking shows, anime on TikTok. And I'm having a good time on YouTube doing my reaction stuff right now. So yeah, check me out, bro. Come hang out. Let's hop into a conversation. Let's talk. Yeah.
Do you have anything you need to shout out? Goofy Wise?
You can, at Goofy Wise. I'm actually doing an uncapped a cap subathon this Friday on my Twitch channel. So if y'all want to come through, I'll be live all weekend. Literally, I'll be sleeping on stream. I'll be doing everything. So come check me out.
All right. And I'm iChristine. You can check me out iChristine Games. You can also check out PartyChat Podcast everywhere. I feel like there is something. Oh, I dropped a how to stream on YouTube video. So if you're somebody who wants to learn how to stream on YouTube, check out the video. Or if you know somebody that's trying to stream on YouTube, share the video, let them know. And yeah, that's it. Shout out again to our members. Mac Winters, Tanny Chan Chan, Charles Pretlow, Eliminate. Don't forget, if you want to be a member, make sure you click the join button next to the subscribe button. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. We love you, and we out. We're still alive. We're still